Will I buy a GTI Edition 50? Well, you join me in my MK7 Golf R for a point of view drive, and maybe that might be the reason why I've kind of brought up this video, because I recently shared a configuration video of the GTI 50 Edition 50. A few people were asking plenty of questions on that car, starting from, well, £47,500 or €54,850. Once optioned, you can comfortably spend a lot more. That sounded quite fruity. You can comfortably spend a fair amount more. Will I buy one? Well, first of all, I mean, it's very, very subjective. I think for me, I personally prefer Quattro. I prefer the 4Motion 4-wheel drive. I think I've had enough cars where it's been sort of like, it's been front wheel drive super fun. That's for me in my life. So I've had Fiesta SDs and I've loved them, and I'll still always love them, but they're very much a different type of car. I love that all-rounder. I loved spending time in the Audi RS3. I loved spending time in the Audi S3. I love spending time in this Golf R. This is my 3-door manual Golf R. 2017, pre-OPF, 2-litre AAA, 296 horsepower. It is a lovely car. I think I should just about be able to get past this. And I've had it for 8 years, and I've actually just about to go on to 60,500 miles. It's a brilliant car, and for reference, this car probably to the right person might be worth about £15,000. So you're talking a massive amount less. Well, I mean, to be honest, you could option all the GTI Edition 50 options: the performance pack, the Akrapovic exhaust, the wheels, the special dark moss green metallic paint or tornado red, all the special navigation, the steering wheel, IDA. Would probably cost as much as this car costs, totally. I very much love this car. It's actually how I started the channel, if people are not familiar. It started off with this. This is the only reason why I have a YouTube channel, to be honest with you. I've shared this car, and I absolutely love it. It's great. It does exactly what I kind of need in a car. And this particular car has a full VW service history, and to be honest with you, I pamper it. Because it's, you know, I'll be completely honest with you, it's well within my kind of price range. That's why I owned it outright since 2017 and still have it now. It means I can do things like, you know, obviously keep it up to date with a VW service history every single year. I can do things on the side, like, you know, if I want to, you know, I regularly do brake fluid changes, air conditioning changes, pollen filter changes. You know, I keep it really, really nice. It's on the button, basically. And also it means, you know, when the worst happens, you know, I replaced the clutch a couple of years ago, you know, that was a good grand. It's not going to hurt me because it's within my means, and I think that's a big part of it for me. You know, it's never a nice thing, but it's within my means. The thermostat housing, the water pump, that went for me a couple of years ago. Again, you're looking at the best part of 900 quid for that. And they're quite common issues on the EA 888s, actually. I don't know if they're resolved a lot more on the 8s and the 8.5s. So long story short, this car for me is brilliant. I don't know what I would ever replace this with. I've had cars on the side of this. I've had a Fiesta ST200 and I had a Focus RS Edition. 440 brake horsepower Focus RS Edition, I should say, manual. So I've had some pretty powerful cars. And even actually the Golf R 25 years, which would be much more up my street, doesn't look like it's even going to be as powerful. It's obviously not as a manual. So I've kind of, maybe I have done all I can with sort of like the hatches in that regards. Maybe I'm evolving into something new. I actually am very grateful for Audi UK. I have a press car coming next month in December, an Audi SQ5, which I'm super looking forward to spending 7 days with, because I love that one car that could do everything. Absolutely everything. 3-litre V6, I mean, absolutely mega. Absolutely mega. And maybe that's just saying where am at my life. You know, 8 years ago I was a different person in my late 20s, and yeah, I'm sort of like finding my feet, and I'm actually on my way to Audi UK. I'm on my way to Audi UK Hatfield actually. I'm hoping to speak to someone to potentially do a little bit of filming, because I would like to share more content with you guys. And at this time of year, and it's very hard with press teams, I do find it challenging, and this time of the year, and yeah, let's see what can happen. So maybe content will come, maybe not. I often get brushed aside by dealerships trying to share content. And also there has been cars that's been catching my eye. You know, I have been interested in the Audi lot. You know, there's an Audi S1 there that I'm curious about. Quite interested in an RS Q3. You know, my neighbour's got a 70 plate Audi R8 in grey, V10. Oh, I mean, mega. What an incredible car. Also quite like my Porsche GT4s and all that kind of stuff. So there's lots going on there. So long story short, will I be getting a GTI Edition 50? I'll never rule it out. I will definitely not rule it out. But for me, I would almost see it as like a temporary thing, like it would be a step gap before I would then get the Golf R, the 25 years. And then you're kind of stuck in that cycle when you kind of just have to, you know, you're stuck in that sort of like reign. I like to own my cars outright, whereas those cars, it makes sense to get on finance because you're looking at 50, 60 grand. My money can make more money for me doing, you know, in the businesses and stuff I have. So that's where I kind of look at. Whereas this, you know, 10 to 15 grand, you know, it's been a great car for me. I actually only paid 24,000 for it 8 years ago, so it's not done badly for me. And I've brought up a whole YouTube channel, which is currently, as of today, has about 11,000 subscribers. There's a nice Mark 8 GTI in front, actually. I've also just nipped the traction control off. Oh, I love this car, so much fun. Yeah, those GTIs look nice. That's a 21 plate, King's Red Metallic. So very cool. I do love the GTIs, and you know, I wouldn't share it if I didn't enjoy it, and I 100% will recommend it to everyone. Like I said, I won't rule it out. Maybe the right opportunity might come up. I would obviously love to share content with it too. I'm hoping to get an opportunity for VW UK Press, maybe the press drive. They've actually got 3 on their fleet coming in January. That's what I've heard. So hopefully there'll be a chance for me to spend some decent time with it. I'm also such a person who's big on experiences, and it's the experience that means more to me than the car, and ultimately experiences can cost money. There's actually a VW R experience in a couple of weeks, which I might do. It's a bit of money, you know. It's about, I think it's about 1,700–1,800 pounds, but it's like you get to do a lot of stuff with the VW R stuff. It's a cool thing, and I'm tempted to do it actually. It's in Kendal in the Lake District. I'm a bit of a runner, and yeah, I just spotted it today, so I'm tempted to do something like that. Anyway, I don't want to keep rambling. I absolutely love this car. I think it's brilliant. Wish me luck at Audi UK. I'll let you know in the comments, I guess, or maybe I'll put a note at the end of this video, because it's tiring, guys. You know, it's really, really hard to try to do content in a car because people just fob you off and think you're just joyriding or whatever, or just not interested, or they have their own marketing team. Let's see what Audi Hatfield can say, and hopefully I can share the content, well, build up a bit of a content with them. That's the hope. But if not, you'll always get to see stuff on this channel. That's the main thing. So GTI Edition 50, I can 100% recommend it. I'll also stand by the spec that I kind of went for, either Tornado Red or Dark Moss Green Metallic with the performance pack. I think that's a no-brainer. That's what I would spec it. And who knows if it's going to be a limited run. I was a huge fan of the GTI 40th edition, actually, an absolutely massive fan of that car. And I shared it on the channel a couple of years ago. I also loved the Mark 7.5 GTI TCR, and this is kind of like an evolution, obviously, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I want to hear more, obviously, about the Golf R 25 years. But GTI Edition 50, I think it's great. I think it will be the last combustion engine car. You can just see it on the road. I love those cars that can do everything. Like, I'm loving this Mark 8 GTI in front of me. What a great car. And, you know, if people are worried about the price, a car like that, low 20,000s. And you can get them in a manual as well. You can't get any Mark 8 in a manual, certainly in UK and Europe. You can in the US. You could have got a Mark 8 R. It's a cool car. The more I'm looking at it, who knows? I'm a very much in the moment person. Even when I purchased this car, it was on holiday. It was actually up in the Peak District where I got this car from Manchester, Warrington Volkswagen. Ex-demo, 3 months old, 24 grand. 8 years later, 65,000 miles, and it's still probably worth about 15. And it's good. It's good. It's a good car. Oh, exciting stuff. Oh, the GTI made a little bit of a break for it. So GTI 50, honest answer is, I can't say yes or no really, because I just live my life as and when things happen. The thing is, with this car in a manual, it's got really short gearing, and it's got super quick acceleration. And I've just picked on 60,500. So this car probably will never leave my side. But if I did have a GTI 50, to be honest with you, it might work as a second car, maybe. But, you know, money doesn't grow on trees, and I'm very much living my life for experiences these days. And I love to take this car on the experiences with them, and, you know, grateful with the opportunity with subscribers. Really grateful, and obviously the relationships I do have with some of the press teams. And let's see what I can share at Audi here today for you, because I love sharing content, and that's what I enjoy. GTI 50, I think it's a great car and I can recommend it. Will it make it to my garage? Well, I guess you'll find out. I'll definitely have to want to drive it first. Yeah. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Will you be getting the GTI 50? I actually genuinely think a normal Mark 8 GTI Club Sport is becoming hugely good value. Again, 25 grand, you know, a little bit less power than the 325, but fundamentally, you're getting a really good car. They're super fun. And this GTI certainly likes having a bit of fun. We could probably keep up with him quite easily, because he's only got a certain amount of power. Well, I've got 296, he's got 245, because that's a Mark 8, not an 8.5, which does 265. Sounds good though, that EA 888. Sounds really good. But here's Audi UK. Audi UK. Audi's Hatfield. And there is, oh, there is somewhere to park. Let's park up. There's also a Cupra dealership here. Yeah, let's have a little walk around. Let's chat to someone. Let's see if I can share any content, shall we? You never know. If you don't try, you don't get. That is the way of the world. Yeah, so if you're worried about pricing and thinking that the GTI 50th, because a few people said, oh, it'll be 55 grand or whatever. Well, the truth is, that's just what they cost. Get a 3 or 4 year old Club Sport and you'll be paying far less, and you'll still be getting a great car. So winner, winner all day long. Whatever you want to do. But we're at Audi UK. I keep saying Audi UK, Audi Hatfield. And I'm happy I got that SQ5 booked in, because I'm looking forward to sharing that. And there we go. GTI 50. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll go from there. More content to come.